First of all, I just want to thank the Sun Belt for hosting media today. It's been a really awesome and amazing last few months transitioning here to App State. And I feel like the reason why I wanted to come to App State was because of the close knit of the fans, the community, and the college. And that's really been represented over the last couple of weeks, just dealing with the hurricane and really witnessing in person, boots on the ground, everyone coming together to help support our faculty, our staff, our students, and the surrounding community that's lost so much. And I just want to say a sincere thank you to everyone who's pitched in and reached out to our program and our team. And it just really shows the pride in the black and gold and thankful for that. Obviously, really excited about the season. I feel like every week our team just shows to get a little bit better week by week. And that's kind of the approach. We're really trying to say process oriented and process driven to just make sure that we're focused on getting better this week, getting better next week, setting goals each week of this is where we want to get better by the time we open up in scrimmage, and then we'll keep going just one step at a time.
We'll open up now for questions for our media. Please raise your hand and we'll call on you to start off with those questions. Go ahead, Rob.
Hey, Coach, how are you? Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing a bit of your morning with us. Uh, if you could just elaborate just a little bit more on how have you all as a program? I know obviously basketball secondary and all this, but how have you all been impacted by what's happening in the community? Have you all been displaced at all, or are you still able to practice? Have the women been accounted for? How's that process been?
Yeah, thanks, Rob, for asking that. We feel like our team and staff has been really, really fortunate amongst just seeing the devastation of people that have lost so much. I mean, we've had some damage to the home's convocation in our locker room, but I will say our facilities team and people have came on strong. We've already got new carpet. We've already got things starting to be replaced. Our players that did lose things, there was an App State Relief Fund with, I think, over $3.4 million that they've been able to help students. One of our managers and people that lost some cars and different things like that. But all of our staff and team all have power and internet and cell phone service and all those things that we need to function in normalcy. And one thing as a coach, I two things I talk a lot about as a head coach. One is being adaptable. And, we obviously had just started practice and then we got shut down for several days due to the situation. And then we chose to make the disadvantage the advantage. We weren't in school. We were dealing with all that stuff. And we use it as an opportunity to really get out in the community and engage and help and serve. And that was you really saw the impact of the flooding and the impact of the devastation when you start meeting people person for person who have literally lost everything. And we did, thanks to our administration, and Chancellor Norris has been amazing getting App State back up and running. We did have the opportunity to practice. And like I said, we made the disadvantage the advantage. We had no classes and more time on court, and we used that time wisely to really lock in and try to move the needle in our program.
Let's jump over to Victoria.
Yeah, Coach, obviously you're just speaking very highly of the community and you're very new to it. And you also have a lot of girls that are new to it. As you know, you've brought in a couple transfers while you do have some returners. Just what have you seen from them as they've kind of have to dealt with this and as you've started practice, and what excites you about this team you have?
Well, I think the first thing that I noticed is immediately the next day we had 2 or 3 players already coming and helping the Red Cross. I mean, it was like one day was flooding, the next day home's convocation upstairs was turned into a shelter for people, and we had players coming over early in the morning and serving without us even organizing that. And so that just shows to the types of individuals that we want to bring into our program. We want high character types of players and people that came to Boone to be a part of not just the women's basketball program, but to be a part of, Boone and the community. And so that's something that I noticed right away and I was really proud of and really thankful for. And I think a lot of coaches would say that as far as their kids really stepping up and serving and helping out.
Let's go over to Adam.
Coach Sharp, what can you say? I mean, you have a preseason all-conference selection and a returner, even as you as a first-year coach, and Emily Carver. I know when it comes to being a first-year coach, sometimes in the era that we are in now, you have to re-recruit even some of the players on the roster. Can you take us through what that was to convince her that you were the right coach for her and that this was still App State was still the right place for her to finish out her career, and what kind of impact she's going to make for your team this season?
Yeah, obviously it's great to walk in and inherit a player like Emily Carver. I think the exciting thing about Emily Carver was I recruited her to my last school and she had made an unofficial visit. And so I already had a previous relationship with her and her family both. And her dad has always kind of still supported me. Even though she didn't come here, he would message me on Twitter and encourage me from afar. And so that was kind of fun to be reunited with a player that I really, really wanted and to have the opportunity. I wish I had her for more than 1 year, obviously, but really excited to have her and grow her game. And I do want to make a comment about the returners. You know, the new players signed up to play for me. And so, you know, they buy in but the returners who didn't necessarily, I know they chose to come back, but they didn't sign up to play for me, but they have signed up to play for me, and their leadership, their work ethic, their actions, how they've gone about things, how they have really helped us in recruiting. They bleed black and gold. And I am so thankful for how they've made this transition really smooth for our staff and our team. And it starts with Emily Carver and her leadership in the locker room and just her positivity as a person. And, you know, we are playing such a different style of play. And, you know, it takes some adaptability, like I mentioned before. And I feel like they want to win and are willing to do what it takes and make the appropriate sacrifices on both ends of the floor. And I'm enjoying coaching Emily Carver. She can drive it, she can shoot it, she can rebound. She takes 0 possessions off, which is why she's a preseason first team player, because she just plays the game the right way.
Thanks, Coach Sharp. Appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.